Welcome back. The boys are here. We are Controls Katanas. We are back with another juicy little podo. We've got a few animes to talk about. We've got a little bit of Last of Us. We've got 3 Andors, and we're just going to jump straight into it, aren't we? Just gonna kick it off, mate. Going to kick it off with a little bit of anime. We all know you like it. We like it. Why not? And everything we're talking about this week in terms of anime is episode 5 of its respected seasons. So, what do you want to kick it off with?
Well, I've opened up a certain anime, which I think is one of the best we're watching at the moment. That is Fire Force. What a show! I'm enjoying every episode every week of this one.
I'm enjoying every episode. I've got a few little tweaks I'd like to happen.
Yeah. But let's start it off with. Straight away, you think Obi's going to turn, and the next minute, his shirt rips open, like he's in like an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, mate. And he's doing all these tensing moves, and the bugs actually can't penetrate his skin because he's so like ripped, and his muscles are so like solid.
He's like shredded, mate. He's got no fat to bite into.
And then it literally says like, "This is why you shouldn't have let me train in the prison, mate, because you're literally just all day, mate, working out, getting them gains in." Also trying to get loads of water because he was struggling on it. But yeah. I didn't see that coming at all. I was literally like, what is going on?
It was so ridiculous, wasn't it? Like really, really ridiculous. But it made me laugh. It really did.
Yeah.
It just flexing. It's like everyone cheering him on as well whilst it's just flexing was also like really funny. Like, oh my God, Captain, you're looking so trim. Like,
yeah. So the last episode, it leaves you like, what the hell's going to happen to Obi? And then when I started watching this episode, I was like, what is going to happen to Obi? Like, is he going to...
Yeah, and he's going to turn, he's going to turn.
And then straight away, and everyone's like, all like, stunned by it, like, oh, you're so shredded, you're so ripped. All like cheering him on from below, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got you've got like your funny Fire Force moments like that happening. I do feel like, though, they have dragged it out a little bit. I feel like these 5 episodes could have easily just been 3 episodes, I think. Because we still have been baited, mate. We're still no Shinra Burns fight. And we've been waiting for that literally since like episode 1 or whatever. So we've been waiting for like 5 episodes for this fight that's still not happened. Bearing in mind, they said they needed to get it over with quick so he doesn't go through the stages. And they've just been waiting, man. Waiting. However, this episode... Arthur, obviously we meet the unit that is Dragon, and Arthur's just been battered, mate. Like, this guy's a beast, into this Dragon guy.
Looking at that Burns fight and all that, does that remind you? Obviously, I've not watched Dragon Ball Z, and obviously I know it's a sin of mine, but like you watched Dragon Ball Z back in the day, but obviously their fights were like when they're like psyching up for like all episode, like come on, man.
There's no just psyching up, mate. They're just standing there doing nothing, bro. And then Burns will just be like, yeah, actually, I'm going stage 3, like photosynthesis, like it's a sunflower or something, bro.
Yeah, but this Arthur fight, like this is the moment. This is the fight he's been waiting for his whole life. He's a knight. A guy comes along called Dragon. Mate, he's straight in his fantasy world, isn't he? And
perfect, mate. Match made in heaven for him.
Yeah, that Dragon guy reminds me of Hayachi from Tekken. I was like, got the same hairdo. He's here. But yeah, this Dragon's a serious fighter. He's a serious baddie. And literally Arthur goes to town with him, doesn't he? With all his slashes and stuff like that. And we find out like from his teammates that the further in the fantasy Arthur gets, the more powerful he becomes. And then at one point, he goes deep into his fantasy, and then he gets this like cloak, this like cape, doesn't he?
Yeah,
plasma cape, sick. And his sword goes like it's like a holy sword of dragon slaying or something like that. Which I was like, yeah, this is
turns to a full-on Final Fantasy cloud level sword, doesn't it?
And we all love Final Fantasy, don't we?
But mate, I really, really need this Shinra Burns fight, and I'm yearning for it, and I do believe it's going to start kicking in next episode. But I do think it could have. This could have been episode 6. Could have been episode 4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's still fun. Still very much enjoyable episodes. It's just what I want, mate. I need that Shinra Burns fight ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, this Burns thing's like being stalled, isn't it? But like we're getting introduced to other characters, like this dragon, which I thought was a really great character. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do against this guy because every hit he takes and he can turn himself infernal, can't he? So at one
Yeah.
point, he literally grows
It's like
like
his
dragon
infernal
wings.
scales almost, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Like, he's got these weird, like, really strong skin. He's got to have a
So,
weakness. They'll find something. They'll find something.
yeah, like Vulcan and Lick, they're on it, aren't they? They're in the background. They're studying like the enemies and stuff and helping the team out. So we'll see that. But right at the end of the episode, Joker and Shinra like do their hits on Burns. They knock him back a bit. Burns says like when Obi's muscles relax, that's it. All these black
It's
bugs
game
will get
over.
him. Yeah, so they realise they've got limited time, so they literally go full pelt. They knock Burns back, but then it hits stage 3.
That's it,
That's
mate.
where it ends.
Nobody got you the way I do.
We've got to wait till next week to see what happens. But yeah, I'm hoping Obi gets out of it all right, but we still don't know. We still don't know because when his muscles start relaxing, after he's already like poses like he's in like a tournament or something, we'll see. Yeah, we can see what happens.
He's absolutely shredded as well, isn't he?
I just love how
Shredded.
Gasped all the whole team were like, "What? What's going on?" Like he's always been like doing like working out, hasn't he? But this like proper shredding now, like non-stop, mate.
I mean, just
if I
everyone
was in
shouting
prison-
at him made me laugh that bad though. Like, oh my god, you're
If I-
looking so trim, Captain.
I mean, prisons nowadays you get everything, don't you? Like freaking PlayStations and all that. But in the olden
yeah.
prisons, mate, you had nothing to do, so you'd literally just be working out all day, wouldn't you?
It's just got to be, haven't you?
Yeah, prisons these days, mate. They're just massages and all that crap, mate. And there's
That's
people
what Norbert
outside
needs to do, mate.
Mate, I need a massage, but I'm not going to prison to get one, mate.
No, I mean, Norbert's, he's got to move out, hasn't he? He may as well go to prison. Free accommodation, bro.
Well, hit someone there with the hammer and goes to prison.
He's got free
There you go,
accommodation then, hasn't he? You don't have to pay rent.
PlayStation 5, TV, food, warmth. Probably get bombed there.
He'll enjoy that.
But yeah, great episode. We're still waiting on the Burns Shinra fight. We know it's going to be epic though, so we're waiting to see that come on that one. But hopefully next week he's reached his limit on stage 3, and he gets put. I don't know how they're going to hit. I don't know how they're going to defeat him, to be honest, but he
Not a
must
clue,
defeat
mate.
him. Save
We've
his
not a
friend.
clue. We've got to find out. Just got to wait and see, haven't we? See what happens.
Yeah, man.
Well, should we talk about Lazarus next? So I don't want to end the anime on my least favourite thing of the week, but this episode was alright. They weren't bad or anything. There was just a couple points I've made from this. So I enjoy a good action scene.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I love the fight scenes in Cowboy Bebop, especially Samurai Champloo, which obviously the same guy. And Axel's fighting style is similar to like that of those shows like Samurai Champloo and stuff. But simply having Axel just batter everyone seems to work. So they're going for all these elaborate plans, but Axel's just like, everyone's like, what's he doing? He's just walking in. But he just strolls in, one-man army, like a G, into this massive building. And I just feel like he is more determined than the others in terms of getting the cure. He's infiltrating. There was an elevator fight scene that was pretty sick.
That's the best scene of it, yeah.
That was by far, the best scene in this episode. And I just feel like his character is the only one that seems to really care about getting this cure. Like, infiltrating the girls, that part felt unneeded just for him to go in, obviously scrapping anyway. Like, parts of the story that the other characters getting involved in is just irrelevant. Like, I feel like Doug is almost an irrelevant member, and I don't think he really contributes anything. You only need Axel and Elena, and
I think it's got the traits,
basically
hasn't it?
she hacks, he whacks. End of story, mate. Done. That's it. You just need them two. They'll get it done, mate. Trust me. Everyone else is just overcomplicating everything, aren't they?
I just want to point out as well, in the lift scene, the lady security guard put on the best fight out of all of them, mate. All the blokes got been flipped over and battered,
Yeah,
mate. But
to
this
be
woman,
fair
mate,
though, I thought when you're watching it, it did look like he was holding back with her though. Like he wasn't hitting her. He was like grabbing like the tie and stuff and pulling her around and just trying to do stuff. Like he was being a
can't hit a woman.
gentleman, mate. Just a gentleman, wasn't he? And then
But
the
yeah,
second half of this episode with the hacking woman, you get this really annoying hacker, and they're just a hack off, weren't they? Like 1v1 hackage. And yeah, he was really annoying, to be fair. A little van was pretty cool though, but yeah, it's all right. I don't understand why these other characters exist. So the blonde guy, they just dress him up as a woman and lure him about most of the time. But that Elena, she's a good character, and I feel like Axel is the only character really giving any entertainment into the show in terms of the action side of stuff. We might see some more of the other characters to come, but yeah, I don't know. And I know I'm judging this probably more than I normally would, purely based on how much I love Samurai Champloo. But it's just fine. Like
like it's being shadowed by the other anime we're watching at the moment.
Yeah, and when I say it's fine, like I'd probably give it most episodes. I wouldn't give any episode higher than a 7 out of 10. I don't think, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as like Suicide Squad Isekai, for example, that we watched, or like we've watched worse shows than this in terms of story and things like that, in my opinion. So this is definitely not the worst show we've seen or I've seen. It's just probably the worst out of the anime we're watching, or out of all the shows we're watching right now. This is my least favourite, but I'm still compelled enough to want to know where it's going and obviously how it's going to progress and what's going to happen, because we don't know. They might not even need a cure, because obviously they did that hoax cure thing in this episode, which led to that random guy coming in and injecting himself with it, and it was like, yeah, mate, that's just saline solution. Like, there's nothing in it, mate. And he was vexed, he was. But like, they could be that there's no cure at all. We don't know yet. We literally don't know. They might not even. People might not even die. They've just based it off of a monkey dying, haven't they?
I reckon. I reckon it's a hoax anyway. But talking about the characters though, like I do agree with you there, because like last episode, like that Christina was like fighting and stuff, Doug was fighting and stuff, and then this episode, it just went back to Axel like doing all the fighting. It's like, what's cracking off? Because they're all outside like wondering how to get in the building. Axel walks straight into the front door, mate.
He's a gangster, mate. He's the best one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like last episode, it like kind of showed it what other people can do, but then this episode just gone back to just Axel doing all the work.
It's like, right, maybe we just need Axel to do it. Maybe it's got something to do with the John Wick director, because obviously he's directing it, isn't he? The fight scenes, and he's probably like, well, I can't really work my magic with these characters. Like, I need Axel.
But that leading guy's funny, obviously, just a woman, but like, I like how he uses drones and stuff like that. So they all have got purpose, but they're just not really showing it at the moment in the show. And
no.
It's annoying in a way, but Axel's so good, anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He's entertaining. That's what I mean. You don't need him, mate. Axel and Elena, they're the only two. She's the techie side. He's the muscle. Done.
That's it, mate. That's it.
He's dead cool as well, isn't he, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he is cool, yeah.
He's proper cool. Yeah, proper cool.
So, straight on to our last anime we're discussing today, which is Windbreaker Episode 5.
Season 2.
Season 2.
What we're saying, mate? What we're saying?
I'm saying it's another good episode.
Just a genuinely fun episode overall, wasn't it?
Another fun episode. It's more about what's happening in Sakura's head and how his feelings and stuff, and as he's changing the person. The episode's called A Place I Belong. Basically, it starts off with in Sakura's head, he's on this tightrope walking.
Oh, mate.
Such a good like visual.
That animation like of him walking on that tightrope. It's so sick. And obviously, yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, so he's walking on this tightrope his whole life. He has to do things on his own. He's scared to fall below because it's all darkness. And there's a point in the episode where he does fall below, and he lands on like cushioned grass or like a nice grassy area, and all his friends are there to meet him. So obviously he was holding back all this time, and when he let himself go, he got over this fear. Obviously his friends were there to meet him. So basically it's saying like all this time he was holding back, but now he's literally like he's obviously let his friends in, and he's let his friends in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a very good like character builder. It did set it apart from just these kids like are fighting each other. It shows that there is more to this show and that this show does have heart. Like it's the fact that he was walking this tightrope in the darkness all his life, and he's let these people in. And once the darkness clears, it just shows you that he wasn't actually that far away from the floor anyway. Like he just needed that one step forward to get out of the darkness into the light. And I just thought it was the way they did it, the animation stuff for it was just really well done. I thought, and it was just like added a lot to the character, didn't it, in the episode, in my opinion.
How it came across, how it was brought across, like say by the writers and stuff like that, and how it's animated is very, very good. And obviously he's let these people in now, and obviously he's loving it. And this is why the episode is called "A Place Where I Belong," because he's loving the area he is in at the moment, because he's surrounded by his friends. They're helping him out. He's helping them out. And obviously these bonds are getting stronger. So, and you see him running, don't you? I'm loving this.
Bombing it, mate. Bombing it.
Bombing it. Yeah, he says. I said he loves this feeling. And
yeah, it was like a cute episode, wasn't it? It was like a nice little team building episode. You had all these metaphors throughout, which gave it a little bit more depth. But
it's building up something, isn't it? These bonds are strengthening, because later on, I'm assuming like the rest of the season, there's going to be some big fights, big enemies, and they're there sticking together, wouldn't they? So
so we had that rooftop part where Umame has obviously invited everyone up there to have a little bit of an interaction, a chill out, like a proper team little building. Everyone meet the different years, that sort of thing, and then we get introduced to a character called Tsubaki, who's like a guy that dresses like a woman. And it led to some like really genuinely funny interactions between him and Sakura. And there's a scene where there's like one particular scene where Sakura's soul left his body, and Tsubaki like grabbed it and put it back in his mouth. Proper made me laugh platinum.
Is that scene before the rooftop bit where like they have a party, don't they? They have a party for Sakura, don't they? And they're all like, because it's like a confession party. All these other ones are like confessing. Like one guy's like, "Oh, I'm scared of like bugs or whatever." That wrestler dude, I always forget his name. Tringing Top Man.
I don't know why, because he's legendary, isn't he? I'm the same. I forget his name every time.
But he's scared of ghosts. Like when I go in the shower, I keep my eyes open because I'm scared of him. And then some of the guys like, "Wait a minute, does not the water like go into your eyes and like sting your eyes?" Like, yeah, but I don't care. It's worth it. Kind of.
It's a price I'm willing to take.
But then Suo, we find out that he's scared of a food called natto. I didn't know what this food was, so I googled it. Apparently, it's like a breakfast food, fermented like soybeans. It sounds horrible.
It sounds grim, doesn't it?
But so there you go to get that, and obviously Suo like pulls them back, and this makes like Sakura smile, and then the classmates love that. Like, this is the first time I've seen him laugh and smile. What's going on? So yeah, so he is changing. He's
getting there.
And outside the party, I like the bit where Hiname is like looking through the window, like, "Oh, that looks really fun. I want to go in there." And he gets dragged away by Hiragi, and he's like, "Come on, you're not going in
there." And that's where we first meet that Tsubaki person, isn't it, in the window?
Yeah. But that Tsubaki's so funny,
mate, so funny. Like Sakura's just proper blushing and everything. Like, it's just for it. Like the interaction that they had was like hilarious, like really entertaining.
And just so you know, Tsubaki is a man.
Yeah.
But I love the bit where like.
Yeah, to be fair, they make it very clear, don't they? That it's not like there's no pronouns like are they them. Like they go by him. Like it is a dude. Like 100% a dude.
Yeah, but it's like obviously he's dressed as a woman. So the bit where Sakura doesn't realise it's the man, and like the first thing he says, like, "She's tall for a woman," and then it's like, "What's with the deep voice?" It's a dude.
It's a dude.
That was so funny. But this
It's a dude.
Sabaki, this character's so funny, man. I love it.
Yeah, hilarious. I just
Yeah,
can't wait. I can't wait to see him like fighting though. Like he's gonna proper throw off the enemy,
yeah.
mate. Like, oh,
Well,
it's gonna be hilarious.
I've got a bit of user mention like she hugs him so hard his soul leaves his body and she puts it back in his mouth. Like, what the hell's going on?
It's so funny, mate.
But
Yeah,
we find out
so,
Sabaki's got the vice captains of Sabaki is brothers, isn't it? One older
Yeah,
brother, one
yeah.
younger brother. And then the episode finishes with her asking Sakura on a date. That's brilliant. Brilliant way to end an episode.
Yeah. But it's, my only thing with Windbreaker is, again, enjoyable episode, some great metaphors in there, great animation, funny moments. I've no idea what's going to happen next episode, mate. I genuinely no idea what's going to happen.
I think it's just going to be more like Sakura, like character building, and then
Yeah, like most episodes, there's no such thing as nobody got you the way I do with Windbreaker because you're just completely left with like crickets playing, like darkness. No idea, mate, where it's going.
But we know that in that the final bit of that episode with the Keel guy.
Yeah, he's going to appear at some point, isn't he?
He's obviously making a plan behind the scenes, so he's going to appear, like say, at some point. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
A lot of stuff. Like the character building for Sakura is great. I think.
Oh yeah,
like a guy who's been alone all his life suddenly finds out. No, this world's full of people who want to help you and want to be your friend.
That's not actually normal. Like you need to. Harry's grow up's not normal, mate. Like, but yeah, I love it, mate. I've been looking at starting the manga for it as well. So I'll be getting a few cheeky little volumes of that. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Do want to talking of manga? Obviously, I got my Berserk one the other day. Brilliant, mate. £700, 700 pages worth.
I was going to say £700, mate. For a manga, yeah.
No, it was like 35 quid, but yes, I'm enjoying that. Yeah, I've not read much of it, but I've got a holiday coming up, so I'm gonna sneak in my suitcase, mate. Get that looked at. Hopefully finish it. And then
just don't read that near your mum and dad, mate. Don't let them see that first page. They'll be mortified, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, I thought first page was like straight into it. Then was it? Yeah, I want to get Kaiju and Bray. I think that would be a good anime to get.
Yeah, Kaiju solo leveling. I'm going to start a collection, mate.
But I started following someone on TikTok. She literally has loads of mangas, and she literally do videos of all the manga stuff she's got. She got loads of My Hero Academia and stuff. So I was like,
yeah, there's a couple of guys I follow on my normal one as well, just all manga collectors and stuff. And most of the content I get on mine is just manga and anime related stuff, or a bit of repo. But
the size.
There's a guy. There's an American guy, I can't remember his name, but I don't know if he owns a bookstore or something, but I'll have to try and find his name and I'll send it to you. But he's got so many old books, I'm talking old books, Bibles that are hundreds of years old, and these super rare collectible books. He's got first edition Hobbit and loads of amazing books. And he's got loads of rare manga as well, first editions or the first ever Shonen Jump magazine that ever came out in Japan. It's proper interesting, mate. I'll find it out and show you because he's got some quality stuff. All them books on witchcraft and stuff, the Magnus Magus or whatever. I can't remember what they're called. It's got the actual those genuine ones that people used to look at thinking that witches were real hundreds of years ago and stuff. Some of the stuff he's got honestly is crazy. Just looking at it, I think that looks so sick, mate. So sick.
When I see this Berserk book, which is 700 pages, I'm thinking I think it's 14 volumes of this. Mate, maybe we could put 14 volumes of that in my house. Mate, take the whole room up, bro.
You have to get 2 new shelves, mate.
So not that thick. Oh, mate. I mean, it'd be good to have. But I keep seeing loads of different mangas, and I'm thinking, if I get that, what if a special edition comes out? It's like with games, isn't it? You get a game, you're what if a special edition comes out? This and I miss out on all the goodness that this special edition has.
Yeah, there's I'm just gonna try and get some deals, mate. I'm looking at second hand stuff. I've vinted, mate. People are selling Windbreaker, first Windbreaker or Hell's Paradise. Sorry, actually, mate, £2.50, mate. What do you mean?
I've not bought anything off Vinted yet.
That guy's called Reed Moon, Reid Moon. Just some old dude, mate. He's so sick. He's got so many like interesting books.
Yeah, that Hobbit interests me. Hobbit's classic.
Yeah, mate. He's got loads. One of the first ones is like, he's talking about Berserk. Oh.
I've seen that guy before. Yeah,
mate, I follow him on my TikTok. Yeah, he's a legend, mate. He's talking about Berserk. He's got like the original prototype. So that's proper Berserk, the deluxe one. But he's got the original prototype for Berserk. Like he's got so many great ones in his collection. Like unbelievable ones in his collection, mate. Right, let me just turn that chroma key off and then I can show.
Right.
I can show the viewers. If you can't see it, if you can't see what I'm looking at, then it is. It looked different, right? Who's doing that? It's like the very first Shonen Jump that Berserk was in, and Guts was slightly different in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's interesting. It's so interesting. Reed Moon, yeah, he's so sick.
So followers, get on that guy. Follow him. Drop him a like. Check out what he's got in his merch.
He's got plenty of stuff. But
yeah, it's so much manga and stuff I want to get. Definitely Kaiju number 8 because that show was so good, mate.
Yeah, it's wicked.
I can't wait for it to come back out, to be honest.
Yeah, so good. I'm halfway through Boruto at the moment. I've still got that French copy. No one's claimed it yet, so I might do a little cheeky, little funny TikTok giveaway for that. But
just find some French dude on TikTok.
What someone's done on online on one of these manga sites, the first like 5 volumes of the Two Blue Vortex or 5 chapters, someone's fan coloured them. So like someone's gone in there and like properly coloured all the panels in, so like it's in full colour. So I might read that, see what that looks like.
That'd be quite good, actually.
Yeah, that's what interests me about Solo Leveling, because obviously it's Japan's manga and stuff like that. The mangakas always use they just hand do everything, don't they, with pens and like fine liners and stuff like that. Whereas I think a lot of the manhwas, so like the Solo Leveling, for example, the Korean stuff, I think a lot of that's done digitally, so a lot of it's full coloured like comic books.
I'm intrigued to see what other manhwas there are. Like, obviously,
yeah, see what it's about.
Yeah, see if there's any other like ones that interest me. I'm not looked into that yet, but probably something to look for in the future. But
yeah, I'm sure there's loads of quality ones. To be fair,
just no time anymore, mate.
Speaking of quality, mate, Last of Us. So we're on season 2, episode 4, and I just want to kick this off, mate, for something I've previously said. I'll just put down here, right. Irresponsible. Dina is pregnant. I've said it before, mate, and I'll say it again. Stop spreading your seed and stop taking the seed in an apocalypse. There's got to be someone in that camp that can give the snip to all the blokes so no one can go spreading anything. And when the apocalypse is done, the snip is reversible. Get it reversed when the world's back to normal, and then you can start recreating the population and procreating. But for right now, while there's madhead zombies and clickers knocking around, just don't bother trying, mate. Just give it a rest.
I just want to start this off as well with
yeah, I've got something funny about that as well.
Isaac, played by Jeffrey Wright, legend, mate. He voices Isaac in the game as well. So
does he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's in loads of films, shows like Westworld, and he does the voice of Watcher in the MCU, which you know about. He does that voice as well. But his character in this, what a
true
great
legend.
Villain. What a great villain. The episode starts with a flashback of him. He's there with his Fedra team on patrol in the back of a truck, riding along. One of the men are telling us some story, make his mates laugh. Boring ass story, to be fair. Isaac, you can see Isaac getting bothered about it. He's not laughing. He's not going along with it because he knows what's about to happen. So they come to this like a roadblock. A bus is blocking the way. Isaac gets out to see what it is, but he takes one of his men, one of the men he likes, takes him with him, and then they meet the leader at the time, some woman, who is the leader of the WLF, shakes her hand, and then this is the point where you realise that Isaac has literally turned. He's turned to the WLF. He's not bothered about Fedra anymore, and he literally that bit where he throws the 2 grenades in the back of the truck and just closes the door, mate. I was like, what?
I did
He
like
literally
about it
killed
though,
all his men off.
there was that new guy, wasn't there? And he's like, "Oh, new guy, you come out here. You could learn something." Because like he knew like the new guy wasn't a dickhead like all these other people
Yeah,
were.
that's what I mean. Yeah, the guy,
And he was
one
giving,
of the guys,
like just giving him the chance, wasn't he? And I thought, do you know what? As much as he's a villain and obviously a dick, like at least is seeing that this guy there's a chance he can like be better in his eyes, obviously, and they're giving him a chance. I thought that was sick.
But obviously, as the episode goes on,
Also, it was Josh, wasn't it, from Drake and Josh, mate? What's that all about?
yeah, he's the guy mouthing off, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's effing and jeffing, mate. You don't do that in Drake and Josh.
Yeah. So as the episode goes on, that Ali and Dina actually see, obviously they're in Seattle now, and they're going through the streets and stuff, and they see loads of corpses of dead Fedra, and obviously they see an abandoned tank with incinerated bodies inside, which is obviously Isaac's the leader of the WLF now, so he's helped them to take out a lot of Fedra in Seattle. So you can obviously see the aftermath, all the bodies and stuff all laid out all over the floors and the streets and stuff. But yeah, that Isaac character, so good. And he has another part later, doesn't he? But I'll let you tell that funny part you was about to say.
Yeah. Well, it's just it is later. The pregnant part is later on in the episode. But what really made me laugh is when she announced it to Ellie. Why did Ellie act as if it was hers? Like you don't have a penis, mate. You can't do that. Like it's not your kid. What?
I bet Jesse will have something to say about that, won't
he? Yeah, I bet he will, mate. Fuming. Well, one thing I really did like, mate, as well as this, you know, when they're going through Seattle, and the way that they've made it seem like nature really, truly has taken over Seattle, like it's unreal. Like it looks so realistic. The plants are vibrant. It looks fantastic. Like even in the music store, how it's like claimed the guitars on the wall, because obviously the guitars are just wood, aren't they, essentially? Yeah. So like it's claimed all the overgrowth has gone all the way up on the wall against all the guitars and all the vines. It looks so realistic, like very convincing that the effects and the set is there, mate. It's so good. Like props to them.
Looking at the guitar scene, that is a scene straight from the game. A Hard Take on Me, classic song.
Classic.
And I thought it's better watching the clip from the game and then watching the clip from the series. I think I prefer the series version.
Yeah.
Because the way like Dana was like obviously like getting emotional and stuff about it. In the game, so much because I've seen the clip from the game, like she don't seem as much emotional like in the game. So I was like, I think.
Dina's not there, is she? In the games,
she is that bit, yeah.
Oh, is she there in that bit? Is she?
Yeah,
I'm not sure she went. She's looking.
Yeah, she's looking at her. Yeah. I did a short on TikTok in it where like, you see Dina like looking at watching her and stuff. But I thought obviously in the show it was a better version, to be honest.
To be fair, they're just really good actors, though, aren't they? Like they're very good at acting, so obviously they can make it much more convincing. And I think sometimes when you've got someone that's really good at acting, them being an actual human being, you can connect to scenes like that a little bit better than when it's just like a computer like character, if that makes sense. So like it's sort of I think those sort of things do make it seem more human in a way.
I think like you say, like it is the acting as well. Like because in the game, like in the show, like Dana's reaction to it is so much better than the one in the game. Because in the game, she's just like looking like that. But in like in the show, like, obviously the actress Isabella, is it Merced or whatever? She's like really good, like, and as she gets emotional and stuff, and it's so much better. And it yeah, I just thought that scene was so much better. It came across more. What can I say? It just came across better. Yeah, it's more genuine. Yeah. But going back to Isaac, torturing that poor guy with his knob out.
Oh, he's got a little tellywhacker out, mate. He's got a little willy.
But he's obviously torturing this Seraphite, trying to find out locations of his people and battle tactics, because we've got to remember that these are at war. And obviously, on both sides, people are getting killed. So it's kind of
Yeah.
revenge
It's
there.
it's
That
like a
shows
full
revenge.
circle thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
obviously like last episode when they saw all the bodies and stuff like that and all the children that were killed, all that sort of stuff, you really felt sorry for them. And then you get to this episode and you learn that they're also, the Scars people, they're also killing children and everyone else on the opposite side. And obviously they're training their children to kill other children and adults and stuff. So it's like, it's one of them classic things, isn't it? Like, there's two sides to every story sort of thing. So you feel really sorry for them. And then you get to this point and then you just hate them both. You're like, oh, you're both arseholes then.
I did like the part where, like, obviously he's torturing this guy, and it does that speech about when there was back in the day,
Cooking
like
and
you should
stuff,
cook,
yeah.
you should cook to impress the women, doesn't he? And obviously, the cooking's related to these pans he's got above his the oven. Obviously, he burns the guy's hand with the hot
They're like
pan,
some of the
doesn't
best pans in the world or whatever,
Yeah,
aren't they? Like,
yeah,
he's buzzing
yeah.
about these frying pans and saucepans, isn't he?
he? Yeah, he's talking for about 20 minutes about his frying pans, and then eventually burns some guy's hand. But then he realizes the guy's not giving up much and just blasts him, doesn't he?
Yeah, it just does him in.
But then we see the handiwork of the Sarafats, don't we, in that TV station when
Yeah,
all those people are hanging up, with like intestines hanging out. It's like,
all the guts out. Mate, but then obviously you've got that those like first initial, so like quite emotional scenes. Obviously the part with the guitar and the pregnancy part, all that sort of stuff. Great acting. And then, mate, this episode, the zombie chase, mate, and everything. So the zombies, the chase leading up to that. So obviously where them guys come in, the wolves come in, see all the people hanging. Obviously they then chase after Ellie and Dina. They have to murk someone off, murk another person off. They get out, get escaped. They climb through this tiny little hole. So this is good, obviously. This shows why Ellie, because a lot of people have kicked off, oh, Ellie's not very big, she's so unbelievable, she's fighting this guy. Yeah, but if she was big, she wouldn't be able to get through this gap. So, like, it makes sense for that she's small. But that zombie chase was, honestly, I was on the edge of my seat, mate. I was, like, nail-biting, like, I was anxious. Like, it was so insane, wasn't it? And then, obviously...
it's one of the best. Yeah.
The end part where Ellie has to obviously put her arm in front to save Dina, and then obviously Ellie gets bit, Dina learning the truth. So good, honestly, very, very, very good episode this was.
Yeah, a bit where they go through that little tunnel thing, that little hole. I was thinking to myself, you know, that guy looks through me, I'd have been waiting there. It's like, pop,
I'd have been spraying, mate.
No, the guy that looks in, like, oh, I went for real.
No, dude, I was thinking, I've gone through. And as soon as you've heard them on the other side and they've all gone round, oh, we'll go round to the side. Just climb back through again, mate, and go back. But that scene, honestly, with that train was unbelievable. Like, it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it was proper intense. And
yeah, very action-packed.
People moaning about no zombies in the first season, mate. We've had loads of zombies now, mate.
All of the zombies in this season, bro. All the zombies.
But from when obviously Dana finds out Ali's secret about she's immune and stuff like that, they go to sleep, don't they? And Dana's literally like sitting up all night, like, are you a zombie or what? Are you going to turn or what? Like literally all night with a gun, just on high alert, mate.
Just ready.
Yeah, she must be knackered after that.
She's shattered, mate. She is.
Yeah.
But obviously the positive side is they got the radio, they've got a lead on Abby. And a big scrap between the Wolves and Scars has broken out, hasn't it? So,
yeah, that's it.
It's gonna be some more big, exciting scenes, I think, coming up.
Talking of Dana being pregnant, like, you know, last episode when she sees all them people have been murked off,
spewing,
and shot spewing. I was thinking to myself, I was like, she living like the apocalypse. Surely she's seen stuff like that before.
Yeah,
and it didn't make sense. And then obviously, like, as soon as she's in that medical place and she saw that, she looked off screen, like, saw something off screen, I was like, yeah, she's pregnant.
Yeah, it's got to be, mate. That's the first thing I thought as well. Like, you've got to be.
Yeah.
And then obviously she explains in this one, like, oh, I was being sick back then. And she was like, it didn't make sense to me while I was being sick. Like, I've seen worse than that before, sort of thing. So.
And she pukes. Before that, she pukes.
Again, when she sees her mother comes.
I mean, seeing someone's intestines hanging out. I mean, that would probably
Yeah.
make you cut. But I was just like, yeah, she's definitely
It make you
pregnant.
feel a bit odd, wouldn't it?
Yeah, morning sickness right there, mate. But yeah, a great episode again. It's going to go up and up from here, I think. They're going to literally go into a war zone next episode.
Mate, it's this genuinely, like Joel, obviously, episode 2, absolutely fantastic. Really, 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 really good. And then you get episode 3 was like a nice little story arc leading up to this. And then this episode 4 was fantastic. Very good episode. So we've got, it's just banger after banger, mate.
Yeah, very good. I think it's 8 episodes this season, isn't there? This. So,
I think it said 8. Yeah.
So yeah, we're on episode 4. This was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so,
5 next.
Halfway there.
We're getting there, man. Speaking of banger after banger, mate.
We've been blessed this week, haven't we? Let's be honest.
We've been blessed. This season's turning out to be a beast of a season, mate, in terms of everything, really. Get some fantastic live action shows. We get some great anime. Like, we're eating good. We're eating good.
We're living a blessed year, mate. That's what we're doing.
So, those of you who have been following along on Andor, season 2's out. Every week they release 3 episodes. So they release different chapters. So they had chapter 1, which is episode 1, 2, 3. And then there's a year time skip. Chapter 2 was 4, 5, 6. And then a year time skip. Now we're on chapter 3, 7, 8, 9. And then there's going to be another year time skip for the final chapter. And then after that is the events of the Rogue One movie.
Yeah.
But, mate, from watching, spoilers, like heavy spoilers ahead for Andor, by the way. From watching the destruction, mate, of Gorm, like the big Gorman, honestly, Gorman destruction, to the rise of Mon Mothma as the leader of the rebellion, so much as what's happened in these like last 3 episodes, pretty much sets the stage for what is obviously to come in Rogue One and beyond. Like the writing, acting, costumes, sets, stunts, the CGI, mate, all of it is absolutely first class in this show. Star Wars are just doing everything. Disney, as much as I hate to agree with Disney, everything to do with this show is honestly spot on, mate. Like, the amount... yeah, that's what I mean with this show.
Yeah. I know, yeah. I was
but like,
Disney.
These are by far the best episodes, mate. These 3 episodes. Like, the weight that this show is now adding to the events of Rogue One and up to the original trilogy is almost like overwhelming at times. Like, there's this part where one of them says everybody has their own rebellion, and it's honest when you've watched them all and you're a massive fan. That has so much power to it, because like it just shows you that Luke, Leia, Solo, Chewie, the guys, mate, the original guys, the efforts that they put in were really just the end sacrifice of countless ordinary people who chose to fight for over 20 years. And adding to what is a nearly 50-odd whatever year old movie franchise and being able to add so much depth to that story 50 years later in such a fantastic way is unbelievable, mate. Like, it's honestly 10 out of 10, mate. This is. I'm getting an erection, mate. Absolutely.
Why you calm that down? Yeah, I agree with you. The best episodes this season. Episode 7 is literally like, it's building up to the events of episode 8 where all this Gorman massacre happens. But literally, it's reaching boiling point, isn't it? The Empire are getting ready. And when they get the signal, mate, yeah, all hell breaks loose. And through the episodes, they've been building up these characters from Gorman, like the rebels, and like they're trying to like make you feel something for him, and you do. It's like when it all kicks off, when all these people are dying, you're like, oh mate, I like that. I liked him, I liked her.
Yeah.
And just get decimated. And there's a part where the rebel leader in Gorman realizes that it's a trap, and he literally tells like all of them, but they're all like in their minds, they're like, no, we're gonna sort this empire out because we're now on our planet. And and obviously it goes to that, and then the Empire use a sniper, don't they, to shoot one of their own people, which like sets it all in motion. I was like, oh, this is. And when the
Self-sabotage
droids,
one guy just to create a riot.
yeah, and obviously that's what they want.
Honestly,
It was so well planned. I was like, oh mate. But Andor's actually there because he's been sent by Luthen to assassinate Deidre, isn't he? He's already there, so he's in this like massacre. He's seeing what's all cracking off. He's shooting like stormtroopers and stuff. So what a great scene it was. I mean,
yeah.
we can't describe it enough, but you need to watch it. It's so
Yeah, like episode 8 was just insanely emotional. Like,
yeah.
I was actually mentioning it earlier, but like, there's a part where after it's all happened, there's like a radio broadcast, and it's like it's about the massacre and it's warning everyone. And I can't do it justice, but if you just listen to it, like the emotion, honestly, almost brought a tear to my eye. This episode, mate. Like Cassian at that point as well. At the end of that episode, he's heading out in a vehicle. And even he's like crying, like he's got a tear running down his face, and it's honestly so emotional. Like the acting's phenomenal, mate. Like it's very, very well done. There's a point in the episode 8 as well where Cyril didn't need to go. He didn't need to go. Like he still had a chance of surviving if he simply hadn't bothered trying to save Dedra's life one last time, bin her off, mate. He was also way too emotionally infused, mate, when he saw Cassian there. After he saw Cassian, he's just like a bull seeing red one. He just went, mate. But if he'd have just ignored Dedra and Cassian and walked away, it wouldn't be brown bread.
I love the bit where Cyril literally finds out the truth. Like all this time, he just thought he was there to expose spies in like a rebellion. No, mate. Like when he finds out, and he literally goes mad at Deidre, doesn't he? And literally goes, "You better tell me now, I'll throw you off this balcony," kind of thing. It was like,
yeah, he starts rattling her, doesn't he, backstage?
Yeah, proper like emotional, like because it's obviously he's been deceived, hasn't he? She's been lying to him for years, mate.
Yeah,
it's like it's fuming, isn't he? But that bit where he's literally standing in the battlefield, and literally like
just looking around, like
you just see what the Empire's all about, like literally people
it's just
murked up everywhere.
Like say even for both sides, like so emotional because like you got to think them Imperial Guards, the one who took the first blaster to the head, like they didn't know anything about this either. They're almost innocent in a sense. Like there's so much going off, and obviously the Gorman Empire, mate.
I think the soldiers that were sent out, I think they knew something was going to happen because I'm nervous that the leader of that squad who got sent out, he was dead nervous, like he knew something was going to crack off, like. But yeah,
no trust, mate. Were there no trust? But when Cyril sees Cassian Andor, mate, and he's going mad and he's battering him, and they're having that full scrap, and then Cassian says to him, "Who are you?" The crushingness that Cyril must have felt, mate, after hearing those words come out of that man's mouth, absolutely defeated him. And then he took a blaster to the brain, mate. The crushing defeat and embarrassment, mate.
Because they've never met, but like Cyril's so obsessed with Andor because he's been trying to get him all this time, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's essentially ruined his life.
And that's the name of the episode, wasn't it? Who are you, or whatever? And literally, that was the big question. Like, why are you attacking me?
But after episode 8, I was expecting like typical Andor fashion, a slower paced episode to build up to like next week's time skip, which we've been getting. Nope. Episode 9 came on, mate. After experiencing such an exciting and emotional episode, we got another absolutely cinematic masterpiece, mate, in episode 9. Some of the best monologues in any Star Wars like movie, show, anything ever, probably. And at a certain point, this episode seemed, you thought it was like, oh, we're reaching a stopping point now. It's going to start slowing down, only to continue with another absolutely incredible sequence filled with obviously emotion. Cassian and Mon, the escape scene was very exciting, edge of your seat level stuff again, and the episode ending with obviously Bix abandoning like what was a very broken, sort of like tired Andor. her heartfelt message almost made me cry again, mate. I was in bits. I was in bits last night, mate. I'm telling you, I was in bits. And we don't know for sure. Obviously, if they'll ever see each other again, we might see him. We might see Bix next week. Because obviously, it's going to be another hour time skip. But knowing what happens in Rogue One and Cassian's fate, there's not going to be any happy ending, mate. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's going to go back in the last 3 episodes, but it is a shame, really. Like, but yeah, that Mon Mothma big speech calling out Palpatine,
Beautiful, mate.
And obviously, all that leads to obviously Andor saving her and bringing her to. Obviously, she joins the rebellion. Then she's going to go to Yavin and do another big speech, which is the famous speech where she speaks to the galaxy, gathering all the rebels, whatever. Quality episode.
Insane.
And
so good.
I love how Andor's literally doing what he can just to get it right and blast a couple of people in the face, mate.
He's like, that's my driver. Oh no, he's a spy or whatever. What's his name? What's his name? Tells me. Oh yeah, we've got her. Bang bang bang. Filled you in, bro. What you on about? Get out, mate.
That's what you do, mate.
So
you
sick.
Gotta do for rebellion.
But it's big Will, mate. Wilmon or whatever his name is, legend. He was doing bits when he was trying his best for the rebellion. But there was like the Force healer scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was great, mate. It was like a very nice way to obviously have the Force in the show without it being like over the top or Jedi focused. But yeah.
Big scene, though, isn't it? Just, big scene. In episode 8, K2SO, isn't it? The security droid.
K2SO.
From Rogue One. He's actually in the Gorman Massacre. He's literally throwing people around, fucking battering everyone. And then a tank gets him, mate. Gets mashed up. Andor takes him back to the rebels. Reprogramming, doesn't he?
That boy, your present, mate. A cheeky little present, Anna.
I love how he wakes up, he's like, have I done something to offend you?
Have I done something to offend you? Can you not point guns at my face? Yeah, he's sick.
I should have woken up right then.
Right.
Yeah.
Why have you got a gun pointed at me?
But if you love Star Wars, I'm on holiday next week. Me and Ian are going to do a Star Wars special that you should tune into.
Yeah, man.
Like this video, follow us on YouTube and TikTok, where you see all the shorts. And I'm looking forward to that Star Wars special for you. I know we've got some fans who are Star Wars fans, so come along and enjoy.
Get involved. Get involved.
Get involved. But yeah,
don't get in the bin. Get in the comments.
See, that's a new. Put that on a t-shirt, mate. But yeah, Andor's really good at the moment. I'm really enjoying it.
Very good. Yeah, very good. It's luckily Martin's off next week, so we don't have to binge watch all 3 episodes after we've been to work all day in one night before the podcast the day after. So we've got a little bit of time to relax and enjoy it. I'll probably still watch it all the day it comes out, to be fair, but that'll be the last 3. And then stay tuned because we might do a little bit of a special. We're gonna, I don't know if we'll do a watch of, we'll watch Rogue One, but we might just watch it separately and just talk about it in one of the podcasts. The podcast after, we'll discuss Rogue One as well. But I'm definitely going to be watching Rogue One straight after, and I'm certainly going to watch the original trilogy again as well, just to finalise it all, mate. Like I need to now. Andor is just set. It's just set it up so nice, mate. So nice.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I watched like all of them, like literally, like in the right order, in the correct order, and like the old ones, like New Hope and that, like the great films, but when you watch them again, you appreciate them more. Like you see bits like, oh yeah, I saw that in that show, and that relates to that and stuff like that. So definitely watch them again, and you get a lot more from it. But yeah, Andor, mate.
Ooh, banger, mate, banger. 10 out of 10, mate, this week. So sick.
Yeah. It's up there with like Mando and that, I think now.
So sick, mate.
I
prefer Mandalorian because I prefer those sort of action-packed shows. But realistically, I can appreciate that the storytelling of Andor is better. Like
yeah. I mean, like it's up there with Mando, as in like the ratings and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I just mean like you don't. I think what Andor has an edge on is you don't necessarily have to be a Star Wars fan to probably appreciate it more, because most other shows are very Star Wars sci-fi focused, aren't they? Where this is very political, it's very sort of like war related, it's more monologues, storytelling. You're following ordinary people, not like some absolute badass mudders. Do you know what I mean?
Starkiller or something like
Starkiller's got skinhead, mate. I'm positive he's racist, pal.
that. KKK as well. But yeah, yeah, that's it for today, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've reached the
appreciate
end.
you all being here as always. Drop a
But yeah,
comment,
like we always
do us a favour, like the video, comment to the video, subscribe. That helps us out massively. Head over to TikTok, follow us on TikTok, because we've got shorts coming out all the time. I've got some in the works. I've nearly finished Ennie's Lobby One Piece, so that'll probably going out this weekend. So when you see this, a couple of days after, there'll be a new One Piece update. So yeah, we've got content. We're there. We're chatting. Chat back to us. Give us some ideas if you want to see us do some content. Chat about anything. Let us know, because we'll watch it and we'll talk about it.
tell you what. Obviously, I'm going to Norway next week, so on holiday. But I've downloaded all of season 2 of Vinland Saga, mate. I'll be mashing that. So hopefully, I'll have a lot to talk about in the podcast when I get back the week after. So I'll let you know.
Farmland Saga, mate. There's a
Vinland
lot of
Saga.
hate on the second season of Vinland Saga, but I loved it, mate. I absolutely loved it.
Thing is, I started watching that ages ago, and then I got like, I think I got like quarter of a way through season 2, and I stopped watching it for some reason. I think it was like loads of other stuff came out to watch, but yeah, I loved it when I watched it. Like season 1 was great.
Season
Season
one
2
and
was
season 1 and season 2 are like two different things completely, but they're both equally like fantastic.
that Askeladd and thing is Thorfinn's like toxic relationship in the first one. Like
Oh, mate,
it's mad. It's mad. Like
that final part as well, where I don't want to say too much, like, for people that haven't seen it, but it's beautiful, mate.
yeah, I know what you're saying. But that relationship between them throughout the season 1 was great. I thought, obviously from what happened in the past and then like leading up to the events of the end of season 1. But yeah, Ian's not gonna say much. But watch it, enjoy it, check it out. Definitely recommend it. But yeah, that's it for today. Unfortunately, thanks for joining us, everybody. I hope you had fun. Obviously, leave your comments in the bottom for this video of we'd love to see what you think about it. Obviously, like the comments and join our Discord team. We need you. We need you there. But yeah,
Big respect.
So, one thing to say to you. Godspeed.
Peace and prosperity.
And have a great day.
We'll catch you in the next one. Love you, bye.
Bye.